Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brenda Mang and welcome to my little space here on YouTube. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. If you are a new watcher, don't forget to subscribe if you think we vibe. And if you are a new and returning subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I really do appreciate it. So without dragging things out, you guys can already see that I'm doing a video for some shapewear. So you guys have seen a lot of my clothing holes in the past couple of weeks, and I was just like, you know what, it's about time that I show you guys what I put underneath the clothes. And no, I'm not talking about underwear. This is not Savage X Fenty haul, I'm afraid. I wish it was. I really do. But this is more so talking about shapewear. Okay, so right now I'm not wearing any shapewear. I'm just starting the video off without nothing, just so that I can give you guys a full picture of the before and after. Now when it comes to shapewear, a lot of people don't really talk about shapewear because I don't know, it's some big secret or whatever. So I like to be transparent when it comes to wearing shapewear, because I don't want someone looking at my Instagram and thinking she has no lumps, no bumps, no cellulite, and think that's like real life. There's a little bit of help underneath, there's a little bit of snatching going on underneath, and it's all thanks to shapewear. So for me, I usually get my shapewear in department stores. So I've never bought shapewear online. I usually get it in department stores because I really just like to see and feel it before I buy. But the shapewear that I've had it for like 4 years, and it's finished, it's done, it's served its purpose, it's lived its life. And I'm just like, because when you put on shapewear, sometimes you put a hole in it with your long nails, sometimes it's just the seams are coming undone. It's done its job and it's ready to be replaced, and that's now what I'm on the hunt for. So I'm on the hunt for new shapewear, and I was just like, let me bring you guys along this journey. And that's why I created this plus size shapewear series, where we're going to be talking about everything shapewear from every which shop that we can get. And I want to emphasize that the shapewear is affordable shapewear. I'm not trying to be spending €80 on no Spanx, okay, because Spanx is very expensive. So we're trying to find some affordable options that still give us the result that we desire. So we are starting it off with PRIMARK, or Penneys shall I say. And you guys already know the deal. When it comes to our reviews and try-ons, I don't try it on until I'm here with you guys. So I popped into Penneys safely, okay, still observing social distance and all that good stuff, and I got a few pieces of their shapewear. Now they do have quite a range of shapewear, but oh geez Louise, something's felt. We'll get in a minute. But they do have quite a range of shapewear, and I just picked up about 4 pieces for you guys, different styles, just so I can give you guys kind of like a wide scope, and you can kind of have a look, especially if you have the same problem areas as me. You can kind of see what's been working for me and apply it to yourself, and you can kind of also see what to stay away from. Why are all these falling off the hang? Okay, so let's just get right into the shapewear and let's be trying it on. So the first shapewear that I have for you guys is this Firm Control Waist Shaper Short. In case you're looking for the hanger in PRIMARK, this is what it looks like. So this is in a size XL, and it was €5. So this is the waist shaper short, and it's supposed to be for mainly your waist. Now I'm going to tell you exactly why I don't usually buy this type of shapewear in terms of the style, that it is a very short. But let me put it on first and then I'll come back. Okay, so before I put down my dress, I just wanted to show you guys the few things that I really dislike about this style of shapewear. Now with this particular short, as you can see, it just goes up to the top of my thighs. It's a waist shaper, right? But it's not super high-waisted, so it doesn't go all the way up to right underneath your bra. It stops around your waist, which I don't particularly like, because if you have a lot of fat around this area, all this is going to do is just literally squeeze it. If you were to sit down, you would get that little tire of fat all around, because it's not going all the way to the top to just kind of smooth everything out to the very top. So you know, this is the reason why I don't like this particular type of shapewear. And also, if you can see right at the back here, it doesn't even go up the back to help out with the back rolls. So you know, I'm not a big fan of that. If I'm going to wear shapewear, I need it to really smooth out everything. And the last thing that I don't like about this particular one is that around the thigh area here, it's too high. If it was a bit longer, that's what I usually go for, but because this is too high, it's going to start rolling up, and then when it rolls up, it's going to create a dent in your when you're wearing a bodycon dress. So let me pull this down and you can kind of see what I mean. So I chose this dress on purpose so that you can really see kind of like the lumps and bumps and everything else in between. So with this one, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I feel it. I feel that there is a big little tire of fat just squeezed up here between my bra and my waist. And even though it's smoothed out, you know, the fupa area, I just don't like that it has these lines of indentation that you can clearly see. And also, the more I walk and the more the more I walk and the more I move in it, it just digs deeper into my thighs and it just rolls. And you know, this is literally within 2 minutes. So imagine if you're wearing it for an hour, 2 hours, or a whole day, especially if you're like going to a wedding or something. So this one is an XA and XA. I never usually buy this, but I wanted to show you guys, you know, if you're looking for what to avoid. So definitely do not recommend this. I probably would give this maybe a 4 out of 10. That's all it's getting from me. So let's get into the next one. So this particular shaper, they've all come off the hangers. This particular shaper is the brief shaper. So this is a firm control waist shaper, and it's the style of the brief. This is also in a size XL, and it was also €5. So I think extra large is the biggest size that they have in Primark for shapewear. I haven't seen 2XL just yet, but I've seen extra large. So this is supposed to fit a size 18 to 20. I know I'm a size 16, but I didn't want to take any chances with it not fitting properly, so I can give you guys a proper review. So I did buy an 18 to 20, and we'll see how it goes, whether I should size down or not. So let's put this on. Okay, so we have on the brief now. With the brief, I have a love-hate relationship with this type of shapewear, because even though it really does hold you in here at the stomach, the top part of the shapewear is much longer than the shorts that I've just tried on. So it goes all the way up to the very top, and you can tuck it right under your bra to make sure it's nice and secure. So that's a positive. But what I don't like is if you have kind of like this little thing that I have here, and you kind of have love handles, because the shorts stop like right there, they kind of find themselves tucked underneath your little love handle situation, and it just kind of almost emphasize it rather than kind of smooth it out, because obviously that's where the shapewear ends. So I don't really like that. And another thing about the shapewear, even though it's supposed to be seamless, I feel like it has, you can clearly see the line of demarcation there where the underwear brief stops, and I don't like that, because when it comes to shapewear, I really like to be inconspicuous. I don't want you to necessarily know that I'm wearing shapewear, so I don't want it, you know, all up and visible. So when it comes to my stomach, I feel like it definitely has done something, but I feel like it's definitely compressed my stomach. I don't know it kind of makes it a little bit round, as if, you know, giving you the pregnant effect. But when it comes to the back rolls, it hasn't done too bad. But I just don't like the fact that it really just emphasizes that fupa and your love handles, because it's not, you know, longer. You know, it stops right underneath that problem area, so it just situates itself there. So that's why I'm not really a big fan of this. If I was to wear this, I would probably wear this with trousers, not necessarily trousers, but maybe jeans, because obviously jeans are thicker, so you're not going to see the line, and you're not going to get that, you know, they're going to smooth out your stomach, so you won't get that muffin top hanging over your jeans. So with this one, I'll probably give it a 5 out of 10, simply because of this situation right here and the visible lines. Okay, so the next shapewear that I have is quite similar. It's very similar to this one that I'm wearing. It is the Firm Control Waist Control Thong. I can't read, y'all. So this is a thong. So basically this is the exact same as the one I'm wearing right now, except this one is full brief and this one is just a thong. So if you're one of those people that doesn't mind, you know, having things all up and through your bum, okay, that sounds bad. That sounds very bad. I can't save that one. If you don't mind that, this is definitely what I would recommend. And this is my second favorite type, or second favorite style of shapewear, which is the waist control with the thong, because I'll talk about it once I put it on. So let's get this on. Okay, so we have the thong shapewear on. Now, like I said, this is my second favorite style of shapewear, and I'm about to tell you why. So with this one, I usually wear when I'm wearing pants, shorts, trousers, because it helps with the top half. Okay, so this is the only part that I care about when I'm wearing this particular style, because if you obviously wear tight jeans, shorts, pants, sometimes it does create a muffin top. Whether it's, I don't wear low rise anyway, or medium rise, I tend to wear high-waisted everything, but it does create a muffin top, you know, you maybe when you're sitting down, when you're standing up, when you put a belt on, sometimes you do get that extra little pudge that's just doesn't necessarily have to hang over, but it's not going to be smooth all the way around. So this particular style of shapewear is highly recommended by me for you to, even when you're wearing like a bodysuit with a pair of jeans and you just want to smooth everything out, this is the one. And the pro is that you're not going to get that VPL that you had with the briefs, because obviously this goes up here. So that is definitely a positive. And I also do feel like it cinches in the waist much better than the brief, because I don't know, even though it's the same style, I feel like this kind of gives you a bit more shape. So it could just be the way the material is cut to create a thong versus creating a brief. I don't know, what do I know? But there's definitely a difference in how it shapes, because this one, even though you still kind of get the double belly, I feel like it compresses it a bit more. And for €5, this honey is highly recommended. I actually have 2 of these, because from Penneys that I already own, and literally, like, this is my go-to. If you see me wearing jeans and a tight top, then know that I'm wearing this underneath. I absolutely love this. I wouldn't recommend you wearing this with a dress or a skirt, simply because if you're a plus size, then you probably already have the issue of chafing. So what I would recommend is to wear something that goes all the way down your thighs. That way you don't have to kind of find something else in addition to the shapewear you're wearing to control the chafing. You don't have to get those bands and everything else. You just kind of have the all-in-one shaper, which is the next thing that I'm going to try. I'm going to show you guys now. That's the last style that I bought in Primark, and this is generally my go-to style that I wear. So yeah. Okay, so like I said, this is my favorite style of shapewear. This one is called the firm control bum, tum and thigh shaper. So if you noticed, the rest were waist shapers, so they were just only for controlling the waist. They weren't doing anything for your bum, they weren't doing anything for your thighs. So when it comes to shapewear, I recommend these type of shapers because they do everything. And yeah, let's try this on and see how it goes. This one was €6.50 I believe, so it's a little bit more pricier than that one, but still very cheap. So let's see if it will work, but I have a feeling it will. So let's get this on and see.
A few moments later.
So this is in a size XL, okay? So this is in a size XL. This is the biggest size that they have, and it doesn't want to go up. Now the thighs, sorry y'all, this is the struggle that people go through when they're putting on shapewear. Okay, I might need a second person to come in here and help me because I need to get this video done. But the thighs are fine. There's plenty of room in the thighs. It's just this waist part. Lord Jesus, no stretch. It won't go over my hips and my bum. So let's keep trying and pray for me. We're all in this together.
2 hours later.
I just... You know when people ask you why it takes you so long to get ready? This is why, because you gotta dedicate an extra 15 minutes just to put on shapewear, okay? Cool, so let's talk about it. Right, I think you can clearly see that my hard work has paid off because this thing is snatched, yeah? Am I lying? Like honestly, the difference is very visible. So with this particular shapewear, like I said, this is my favorite style of shaper because it's an all-in-one shaper, and it goes down to about, let's see, about 3/4 of my thigh, I guess. And when it comes to wearing a shorter dress, if you're going to wear a shorter dress, what you can do is you can just pull this up and Bob's your uncle. You're not going to have that visible. So that's definitely one of the positives. And the thigh is not very tight so that you can see that line of demarcation, so that's obviously a positive. So with this particular shapewear, it's really just cinched in my waist, and you can clearly see that it's smoothed out my love handles and it's lifted up my fupa, which is definitely a positive because that's what you want, and it's lifted it up without you kind of being compressed and looking pregnant, because sometimes, you know, even though shapewear can smooth things out, it also can you know, push everything up in such a way that you look pregnant. But some shapewears are very good at kind of spreading everything around and smoothing it out so that you still kind of maintain a shape without having to, you know, push it to one particular area, and makes you usually look pregnant. So again, with this particular shapewear, it says it's a bum lifter. It hasn't really done anything to my bum. I don't see no difference, but I don't really care about that because there's a lot of there anyway, so I don't really need any more help in that department. But when it comes to the back rolls, it is definitely left just the one. It's only left just the one, so that's definitely a positive. And again, with this particular shapewear, you can tuck it underneath your bra, and it is 100% secure. Now this one doesn't have any holes for you to pee through, and I don't mind that. I'm not a big fan of those anyway because I just think that would be quite messy. I don't know, is it just me? If you ever successfully used shapewear that has a hole in it and it hasn't been messy, please do leave it down in the comments because I just foresee a whole mess. So I'm not a big fan of shapewear that is about that life, so I don't mind. Now this particular shapewear, like I said, especially if you're plus size, for the chafing it is A1, so you're not going to need something else to help you out with the chafing when you're wearing this kind of shapewear because it's long enough to where the thighs are having the friction. You're not going to get any chafing, and when you're walking, it's not making too much of a sound, so nobody will be able to know that you're wearing any shapewear. So 100% recommend this one, and especially for $6.50, it is doing a good job. Now obviously this is the first review of the series, so I can't really compare it to any other shapewear because we haven't tried any other shapewear. So on that note, I need you guys to recommend I need you guys to recommend any particular online shops and shops in high street shops as well that you want me to try out their shapewear. If you want to also send me a direct link on Instagram, I would really appreciate that instead of having me go look for it. I think my Instagram will be here, or it'll be here or here or here somewhere on this video. So definitely do get in touch with me. Let me know which particular shops I should try, and obviously there's no links down in the description box because I went to the physical shop to buy this, and Primark doesn't have an online shop. So that's it. That's me done with our first episode of our plus size shapewear review. Let me know down below in the comments which one is your favorite, which one do you think made most of the difference in creating that smooth AF look. I feel like it's number 4, so let me know down in the comments if you agree. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.